stop using the silver bullet strategy. If you want to become a funded full trader, okay, you need to start using this strategy that I'm about to show you in this video. And listen, if you actually use this one, you'll be able to pass so much accounts, you'll be able to print so many payouts. Okay, just like I do and how all of my students do. So get ready to actually be revealed the amazing strategy that we all use, right? It's the silver bullet V2 of 2025. Okay, not a lot of traders talk about this, but I'm going to be talking about this and giving you everything for completely free in this video, so make sure you do listen carefully. You only trade within a London kill zone, which is from 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. on a 5-minute time frame. As you can see, I'm on Euro USD 5-minute time frame, and I'm going to be marking out my kill zones from then. What you need to do is mark out the highs and the lows of Asian session, and then you identify which part of price actually is liquidated first, right? So this is the Asian session right here. This is the highest point, which I'm going to mark out, and this here is the lowest point, which I'm going to mark out also, right? And as soon as you mark out the highest and the lowest point, what we need to do from here on out is identify which part of price is actually liquidated first. Okay, so you need to wait for price to actually be taken out through the lows, just like that, for example, or you need to wait for it to actually be taken out through the highs, just like that, for example, right? So what I'm going to be doing now, I'm going to wait for price to actually take out one of these two areas. As you can see, it's completely swept the lows. So what I'm going to do is mark this out as my Asian lows liquidity. Completely marked out, completely swept. Now we know that we need to take the actual trade all the way towards the upside, because you know we trade the reversal in the silver bullet strategy. We don't trade continuous trades, we trade reversal, right? So what we're looking for now is to find a breakage of structure where fractional highs slash lows have been swept, and then we can reinforce our market structure shift with an engulfing candlestick if possible, right? I'm going to show you exactly what a fractional high actually is and how you can spot it. So a fractional high is a series of 3 candles. Let's say that's candle number 1, let's say that's candle number 2, just there, and let's say this is candle number 3 here, right? And from these 3 candles there's going to be wicks, right? So let's say there's wicks right there, right there, and right there. And we also put the lows wicks just to make sure everything is looking perfect. So as you can see, let's say these are the wicks, and if I was to ask you which one of these 3 is the actual, you know, fractional high, you would say probably, I don't know, this one or this one, okay? But it is the one in the middle because it is the one with the highest wick, okay? It's a series of 3 candles where the candle in the middle has to be the highest one, and it has to have the highest wick, right? As you can see, it has the highest wick right there, and this would be our fractional high right here, fractional high, right? But what I'm gonna do now is actually show you it on the actual chart, right? So if I do play price forward, you're going to see exactly how we're going to get this. And as you can see right there, if I do zoom in, we just got the fractional high, right? As you can see, this is a series of 3 candles right here. Let me just mark it out so you know exactly what I'm talking about. So these 3 candles right there, candle number 1, the wick is kind of high. Candle number 2, the wick is the highest one. Candle number 3, the wick is very, very low, and the, you know, candle body is very low also, which means that this is the highest one is going to be our market structure shift, right? And our fractional high. So I'm going to do now, mark this out as my market structure shift. And as soon as I actually do that, all I've got to do from here on out is literally wait for price to give me that fair value gap. See, as you can see, we can reinforce our market structure shift with an engulfing candlestick if possible. As you can see, this is a very, very engulfing candlestick, so we did actually get that also. Now we just identify a fair value gap, and then we overlap the fair value gap with a market structure shift to get a higher probability, and then from then on we execute the trade, right? As you can see, I can see a fair value gap right here. Very, very good inefficiency candle right there. And I'm just gonna mark this out as my fair value gap, right? As soon as I mark out the fair value gap, all I've got to do from here on out is literally place my trade, place my stop loss just below the first candle of the FVG, and place in my take profit at either a 1 to 3, or I can place it at Asian sessions highs, which I will do personally because this strategy can completely print, okay? As you can see, it's going to be a 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio trade. And now if I play price forward, you can see how it's entered right there, and it's stayed within the actual fair value gap area. And if I keep playing price forward, you can see now it's going towards the upside, and it's gone up to completely smash take profit. And this is exactly what you want to see in your own trading once you start using the strategy. Let me also show you the strategy on a very fundamental level. But just before that, if you're actually struggling with trading, look, our Forex family will completely solve that problem for you. Okay, you get the account and we do all the work for you. Get you payouts on payouts. As you can see, this person got $15,000 altogether from MSPass because we helped them get the account. We passed his account in 4 to 5 days, getting him fully funded, and then he was able to withdraw profits every 2 weeks. As you can see, we have real results. This is our FX books. As you can see, our equity book growth is very, very good through April all the way through to July. As you can see, monthly we make 8.2% increase, and as you can see, like, it's very, very, very amazing service, right? But there's only 5 spots that you can actually join the Telegram for today, so make sure you do actually join, and don't let someone else actually join before you, because you might not be able to join anymore. I think there's 2 spots left for you to join. But anyway, that's going to be the first link in the description, guys. Let me also show you on a fundamental level how the strategy actually works, right? So as you can see, let's say this is Asian session doing whatever it wants. Let me just search up Asian session right here. Say that's Asian session doing whatever it wants, but once it gets to our specific trading time, what we need to do from here on out is actually mark out the highs and the lows, right? As you can see, this is the highest point, and here is the lowest point, right? And as soon as you mark out the highest and the lowest point, what we need to do from here on out is wait for price to actually sweep one of these 2 areas, right? So if I just wait for price to actually sweep one of these 2 areas, let's say it completely swept the lows right here, what I'm going to do now is mark this out as my Asian side liquidity, right? After marking this out as my Asian side liquidity, what I need to do is very, very important, right? All you need to do now is actually wait for that market structure shift, right? So what I'm doing is waiting for the market structure shift. It will be anything like this. Very, very easy. This will be my market structure shift. You can see right here, MSS right there. And as soon as I get a market structure shift, all I'm doing from here on out is actually marking out my fair value gap, which will overlap with the market structure shift also. So this will be my fair value gap right there. And once I actually get this fair value gap, all I'm doing then is actually entering my position, placing my take profit all the way at Asian sessions highs, and placing my stop loss just below my fair value gap area, or just below the first candle of the FVG. And now from here on out, you just wait for price to actually come back down. It'll come back down, and then it'll go up to completely smash your take profit, right? As you can see, if I do extend this just like this, and then it might actually hit the fair value gap again, but then it will go up to completely smash your take profit. And this is exactly what you want to start seeing within the markets every single day. And if you do start using my strategy, Secret Silver Bullet V2, you will see so much profits that you won't even know what to do with the money that you have. Okay, but anyway, that's gonna be the end of this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.